So if you're looking to start a business but not take on huge risk, I've got 25 business ideas for you.
Blogging is a business that has a very low failure rate. You can start completely free using a WordPress.com website, or if you spend about $100, you can get a self-hosted website up and running for about 1 year with that budget. You simply create and post content, and that's gotten a heck of a lot easier thanks to ChatGPT. It's important to identify your niche because writing about everything under the sun is not going to translate to success. You need to make sure that your content provides value to your readers. Google doesn't care who wrote the content in terms of human versus AI. They simply care that the content is valuable. In fact, for those curious, here's what Google has said about AI-generated content. Now, there's more than a dozen ways to make money with a blog, but here's the most common. And if you don't have the patience to build a blog from scratch, you can invest in a starter site for under $1,000 across various platforms. And in terms of failure, quitting, spamming Google with tons of useless content, or just writing about random articles are the only scenarios that are going to lead to that. So long as you remain consistent, your blog will gain authority over time and your traffic will grow. If you have land, you can start renting it out on HipCamp for tent sites and earning money nearly immediately. You're going to want to start by looking at the competitive rates for sites in your area, and HipCamp does charge a 10% commission, so be sure to factor that into your pricing. And if you want to make some extra money, you could offer additional amenities like firewood and even an outhouse, and then you can charge more per night. HipCamp collects the payment from the renters and then sends you your cut minus the commission automatically. On average, campsite owners earn between $1,000 and $5,000 per year per campsite on HipCamp. I actually purchased a piece of land in upstate New York for this exact purpose. This summer, I'm going to be doing a full series on my channel documenting the series of land hacking, or essentially building up one of these HipCamp businesses from scratch. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss that when it comes out. Social media has become an essential part of how we do business today, and you can start a social media marketing agency with $0 and zero risk. Let me show you how. First, you're going to interview and assemble a team of experts. This may include graphic designers, copywriters, and social media managers, but you're not going to pay them anything yet. It's simply a matter of figuring out your pricing based on how much your team of experts charges, and then what people are charging for social media marketing in your local area, and figuring out that middle wiggle room, which is going to be what you make. Sure, you could dump a ton of money into a social media marketing agency and have a miserable failure, but with this approach, you're not spending a single penny until you land a paying client. Now, aside from the risks of renting out your car, it's nearly impossible to fail with this next business. Turo is a peer-to-peer car sharing platform that allows everyday people to rent their vehicle out to other people and earn money in the process. If you already have a car that's no more than 12 years old with under 130,000 miles, you can rent it out immediately. But if you plan on buying a new car, some of the best vehicles for Turo include the Fiat 500, the Chrysler Voyager, and the Kia Rio. You could simply reinvest your profits into additional Turo vehicles, allowing you to grow your earnings exponentially. Etsy is an online platform for selling unique goods, and one category that's been gaining traction recently is digital goods on Etsy. A few examples of this could include digital art, templates, patterns, and also printables. If you want to take action on this, focus on finding a niche product category first, and then try to find a freelancer who would be able to make that digital product for you, create it, and test the market. And if you're getting sales, reinvest those earnings into more digital products. Kindle Direct Publishing is a platform that allows self-publishers to sell their ebooks directly on Amazon. Ebooks range from 5,000 to 30,000 words. But simply copy and pasting what ChatGPT generates is not going to be very valuable whatsoever. One thing that ChatGPT is really good at is actually outlining an ebook. For example, here's an outline for an ebook about home terrariums for iguanas. And then from here, you could simply paste each section into ChatGPT to get a starter paragraph to work off of for each part of your ebook. Build up a portfolio of these digital products, making you money potentially every single day. If you're looking for some extra cash, M1 Finance is offering a $10 bonus to those who open up a new brokerage account and deposit $100. So be sure to visit M1 m1finance.download, which is my affiliate link to claim this $10 bonus today. If you want to become an influencer and make money through your personal brand, there's a few simple steps you can take to get started on that today. First, define your niche: fitness, beauty, travel, or something else that you're passionate about or have expertise in. You're going to want to spend at least 10 hours watching existing influencers in that niche and simply taking notes on them. This will show you where the quality bar is at in terms of what type of content you're going to need to create yourself in order to compete here. The only ways to fail with this business are to quit, post random content, post low quality content, or dump a ton of money into editing services before you're making any money. So if you have no interest in video editing and graphic design and things like that, you really shouldn't take this on, because dumping money into an unprofitable personal brand is just a bad idea. So artificial intelligence is a rapidly growing field that offers many business opportunities. So if you're interested in tools like ChatGPT, you could offer a service such as designing a chatbot, natural language processing, or data analysis. The key is just to stay current with AI trends and be on the cutting edge with things. Now, as we enter this recessionary period, layoffs will only increase in size and frequency. Starting a job interview coaching service could be a great way to make money in this uncertain time, but also get fulfillment out of helping others navigate uncertainty themselves. To get started, build relationships with HR professionals and recruiters in your area. You should also attend networking events and join professional associations to further build out your professional network. And start out by offering free services like a resume evaluation or a free 15-minute call. The only ways to fail with this business would be having bad people skills, charging way too much, or dumping money into marketing when you have no real business yet. Starting a web design subscription business can be a great way to generate recurring revenue. You can follow the same model we discussed earlier, interviewing professionals who will do the actual work for you before going out and finding your paying clients. But first, you have to decide what type of website you want to specialize on, such as business websites, personal brand websites, or maybe even e-commerce websites. Now, you're going to want to set the price for your monthly subscription based on how much it costs with your team of freelancers. So maybe, for example, you charge $99 per month to manage somebody's website. So let's get out of the digital world for now and talk about two real-world business ideas that almost never fail. Painting is a simple business that has very minimal equipment involved. In most cases, you're required to get a painter's license, which simply means you have to work underneath a licensed painter for a certain period of time. Now, you're also going to need business insurance, but there's some apps that make this extremely easy these days. You're going to want to build relationships with other professionals in the renovation and construction industry. They're going to be able to provide you with leads for your business, and you're going to be able to do the same for them. Starting a power washing business can be a lucrative opportunity for those who enjoy being outdoors and also have a knack for cleaning. It's best to work underneath someone else for a while, learn the trade, and then go out on your own. Now, you're going to want to invest in high quality commercial grade equipment, sprayers, and hoses. Check for used equipment on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist before buying brand new equipment. If you buy it right and get used equipment, you could potentially turn around and sell it for the same amount of money that you paid for it, making this risk-free. Back to the digital world, buying an existing Amazon affiliate website can be a really great way to start making money online. This is because you can leverage the existing traffic and affiliate relationships to start making money immediately. Start out by finding a niche that interests you, but also looking into the Amazon affiliate commission categories to make sure it's a lucrative opportunity. You're going to look for blogs in that niche with a proven track record, and it doesn't matter if they're for sale or not. Check online marketplaces like Flippa or Empire Flippers for active listings, or you could simply email these websites and see if they're looking to sell them, and make sure that it's overall a high quality website. Starting a plant nursery business could be a profitable venture for anyone with a green thumb and a passion for plants. In many cases, the plants at these nurseries are on consignment, which means that you're not going to have to pay for them until you actually sell them. A lot of people will find an existing abandoned lot or building and turn that into a simple nursery. Purchasing a vending machine route could be a lucrative opportunity for anyone looking to earn passive income. You can hire somebody to manage these routes for you, meaning that there's really no work involved. You're going to want to find a vending machine route that's for sale, and there's multiple online brokers for this. Once you have your vending machine route up and running, reinvest that earnings back into new machines or even additional vending machine routes routes that come up for sale in your target market. Laundromats are another solid option with a very low failure rate. On average, a small laundromat can cost $50,000 to $100,000, but the larger operations could be $500,000 or more. There's tons of websites where you can see laundromats for sale, but you should also talk to a real estate agent, as these are often sold through the MLS. These laundromats often sell so cheap that you can recoup your entire investment in just about 3 years of operation, meaning you could reinvest into additional laundromats very easily, growing a laundromat empire in the process. So storage units are popping up everywhere these days. Now, building these from the ground up can be rather risky, time-consuming, and costly, but there are ways that you can buy existing storage facilities. You can often increase the prices because many people who are selling a business have not adjusted prices for the current levels of inflation. Now, if you're looking to start a car wash business, which can be a great low failure business, your best bet is to buy an existing one out there. For example, this could be full service, it could be the automated touch-free, or the self-service wash bays. You can find online listings for them, or just like before, you can contact a real estate agent. Now, here's a unique approach to the sharing economy that not a lot of people are jumping on. Buying and then renting out heavy equipment like dump trucks can be very lucrative if you know what you're doing. You're gonna wanna figure out what is in demand in your local area. Make sure that they have the required insurance and licenses in place. And of course, you're gonna wanna collect your rent and deposits up front. Before you rent it out, you're gonna wanna take photos, and then you're gonna do the same afterwards. And that's how you're gonna make sure that there's not anything that's coming back at you that you don't have evidence of. Now, farming and selling produce to locals can be a great way to not only start a low-risk business, but also get connected with your community. And if you're using your own land, the risk is really minimal here. But what a lot of people these days are doing is renting out land from a farmland owner. And start out by focusing on a small number of crops that you can grow well and grow consistently. Research farmers markets in your area and figure out which ones would be the best fit for your business. Farmers market vendors typically make $200 to $500 per day, but you can make more money with value-added products like jams and baked goods that use your locally grown produce. Investing in timberland could be a solid business venture, as the demand for lumber and construction material is only expected to grow in the future. It does require some knowledge of the industry and investment capital. Once you find a property, you're going to need to conduct a timber inventory to figure out the current value of the standing trees. But you're also going to want to think about the potential for other uses on your land, such as hunting, recreation, camping, or perhaps buying timberland near developing areas that you can sell to developers after you clear the trees. We all know the pest control business helps people control unwanted pests in their home or business. This can cost about $55 per month on average, and you will need to get the required trainings and certifications, which varies from area to area, but oftentimes what you'll have to do is simply work for a licensed pest controller. You can start this up with about $10,000 on the low end to $50,000 on the high end for your own pest control business, and then you can start building up a portfolio of customers paying you every single month. If you happen to live near a large body of water, starting a boat storage business could be a very lucrative opportunity. Start off by finding a location, and this could even be your yard depending on where you live. So make sure you research regulations on this in your area beforehand. You're also going to want to invest in the proper insurance, but also security equipment such as cameras, fences, and gates. After that, it's simply a matter of setting your prices and then marketing your boat storage service at marinas. Most people are going to use the same boat storage service every single year, so you only have to get your customers once, and then you can often have them for life. And if you don't live near a body of water, you could also offer camper storage, which is another viable option. If you're interested in agriculture, you can make money in a very low-risk manner growing and selling hay. It's a staple crop for livestock owners, and the demand remains consistently high in farming areas. Start by finding a suitable location to grow hay, and you're gonna need a couple of acres for it to be worth your while. If you have your own land, it's virtually zero risk, but if you don't, you can rent out land from a farmland owner, the cost of producing hay is about $150 to $300 per acre, and the profit potential is $200 to $500 per acre, so a larger scale operation is going to give you a higher profit potential. With the rise of the gig economy, more and more people are turning to freelance work to supplement their income or even replace their job. One area that seems interesting to me is the Fiverr AI services. And there's absolutely zero risk with starting a gig service because you simply market yourself on these websites, and if nobody hires you, all you ventured was your time. But if nobody is hiring you, it might be a problem related to your service or potentially your pricing. While most of the ideas on this list are not glamorous, they are all very low risk. So pick an idea and get started today. I just did a full 30-minute video on how to start a business, so if you want to take action, I would recommend checking that out in the corner. I wrote a book about side hustles. It's available at Barnes & Noble, or it's also on Amazon. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and turn on all notifications for my land hacking series coming out this summer. Click below to start watching my How to Start a Business video, and I'll see you there.